Sorry for the glare, but that's just how it's going to be because I'm going to wear my glasses for this one. The last video, I was not wearing my glasses, so sorry if I was squinting. Anyway, this is more of a explanation, I guess, kind of video, more of a talk video and a how-to. I'm kind of just going to explain one class that I'm taking right now and what I think about it, and also like what techniques I use and how I use them, and then I'm going to show you some of the work that I've done from it. So, as you guys may or may not know, I go to school for art. I actually am going for a BFA, and then hopefully I'll go get my MFA then. I'm not sure where I want to go for my master's, but I might get it at the same place that I'm at now. And that was a consideration. So, I'm taking drawing, visual, print, English class now, kind of writing class, and then art history. So I'm taking 5 classes right now, and I'm also doing tutoring. So I have 19.5 credits that I'm taking right now, almost 20 credits. So I do have a hefty load on me for this semester, but I kind of wanted to explain printing specifically because I don't know if everybody knows, like, if everybody has certain ways of printing or their style and methods, but I just wanted to explain the ones that I'm using currently right now and that my teacher taught me, which I think is really interesting, and they turned out very different, all of them. So I'm going to show you a couple of my prints that I made too. So basically what we're doing in our print class is we're specifying in SilkScreen print, and you just have to buy a SilkScreen that's basically like $20, and the shipping costs almost just as much as the screen itself, so that was kind of stupid. But yes, it cost $20, and then all I needed else was watercolor, which I just brought my own watercolors because they're really cheap. A watercolor based crayon thing. I have some, but not right here with me. I could get them, but I don't feel like it. But they're just water-based crayons. If you look for them, you can find them at Michael's, AC Moore, or I'm sure like maybe Joann's, I'm not sure. But anyway, this stuff is mainly, I just put my paper, like I had my paper that I cropped it down to the specific size that I wanted it, and I needed it for the project, which was 11 by 15. I put it under the screen, locked down the screen on top, put it on top, then I just did watercolor kind of on top of the screen. You don't want to put the screen down on the paper though, you want it to be like uplifted atop so that it doesn't seep through. But you just put watercolor on top, dry or wet, whatever you prefer, and then you also put, use the crayons, the watercolor crayons, and you want to use watercolor so it doesn't ruin your screen or permanently like damage the screen. And then it's easier to wash off, and you don't want to use like the acrylic or the print paint, so you just want to use watercolor for the entire project. And then once you're done with that, you can water down some of the watercolor and it'll get more of a watercolor effect compared to a painterly effect. And then you put your screen down, you put transparency base, which is just clear transparent base, and you use your screen print kind of squishy thing that you like just bring down and you pull it towards you, and then the transparency base will like allow the watercolors to go onto the paper and look like paint if they're dry, and if they're wet they'll just look like watercolor because it'll like activate it, I guess, and get it on the paper and press it down. So yeah, I'm just going to show you some things. This is a really quick video. It's more of explaining the method that I use, and I can explain some things that I did to get certain effects, but this is the first one. This is 11 by 15 if you guys can't tell the size, but this is what it is. It actually goes this way, so this is one of my prints. It's just has this kind of scratchy feel, and that was me using the crayon, and since it was dry, some of it would actually pull up from when you pull up the screen, some of the dry will, and then it would reveal the underlying paper. So that was that, and then these are just some more crayons that you can see, and I did kind of water this down and used a lot of muddy colors, but then the crayons I used were like prime, like just like the regular red, blue, and yellow. And then this, as you can see, I just kind of did that. So this is one of them. This is where the scratching effect comes in. Some of them I use that throughout my pieces, which I really do like and I think makes a big difference. You can also do cut out shapes and then have it so then there's white shapes, like organic shapes that you want, but I didn't do that yet and I didn't play with that yet, but I'm excited to do that then. The next one is this. It was supposed to be 11 by 15. It's a little bit smaller, but this is what this looks like. My friend actually said it looks like an exploding volcano right here, which is kind of funny. But it's just these. These I really focused on the colors more so than the actual design, and it's more of a scribble, a scratchy effect around. So this was that one. And as you can see, this is just like the crayon compared to the watercolor as a background. And then the crayon kind of, the watercolor crayon kind of thing, kind of stands out more as like the subjects. And then the watercolor itself is more of a backwash for those. But this one, I just like a lot. This is probably like one of my top 3 that I really like, and this is what this one looks like. It's also 11 by 15, and I just started this arrow thing, which I actually only did half of this at first. I only did this half right here, and this red arrow I created, and I just did it with the crayon because I wanted it to stand out, and then I kind of just did a wash and then some of the scratchy effect too. And then this half actually didn't go through, which I was kind of mad about because this was all white then. So then I put this part of the paper underneath and then redid it. So this was probably the transparency base that had some blue from it. So the transparency base, once you use it more than once or twice to squeeze through your prints, it actually turns muddy colors, which is kind of like the colors of your next couple of prints. This one I like a lot. It's probably my second favorite. And this one is, I just watered it down a lot, so it gave this watercolor effect and this faded look, but I just think it came out really good, and this scratchy effect, and I like how some of it is white, so yeah, that was another one. This one I actually kind of reminds me of the last one, the way that this is still white around it in the same shape, and this yellow actually pops out a lot, which was kind of cool, and I put a little dog there because I thought he was cute. There's this one, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to go over this one for sure, I think, but the colors are just complementary kind of, and then I just added some red, but I really like how these are all going like different directions, and they kind of look like arrows too, just pointing in different ways. Here's another one. These are all like 11 by 15, by the way. This is a little guy that I made up. I thought he was really cute, and then kind of just added like a random sun of different colors, and yeah, I might go over this one too. So the fun thing about print is it's easy, it's not like paint, it doesn't take as long, and you can actually go over layers of layers after it dries. But painting is kind of like that too, because you can just keep on adding layers. And this is another one. I kind of played off of different letters that I thought would be fun, and they kind of reminded me of like Greek signs, because you know how like Greek symbols have like letters kind of looking like them, but they are different. So that was kind of like what kind of prompted me to do this. I didn't mean to do a letter 1, but I mean a number 1. Wow. But yeah, it just ended up like that. Now, these are some more prints, but they're kind of smaller, and some of them are just as big, but you can always do them different sizes the way you want it. So this one and this one kind of go together, because they kind of have the same horizontal scratchy effect, but I actually originally wanted to intend to do this one up and down like this, so it's more of like a cross kind of thing, and it has more of like, I guess, kind of like dreary effect, than this one, which is kind of just like, I don't know. But those are like sizes that I wanted to make into letters, so that's also an option. Like you can fold these and then make these into like little postcards and then write in them, which I thought was fun. But this one's kind of cool too. This one has lighter colors compared to the last ones, which were very muddy, I thought. This one afterwards, I saw imagery of a dollar, which kind of made me really mad. But yeah, just a muddy one. And then this one's all scratches, which I kind of like. And there's this one, which my friend said has a bird in it, which is kind of funny because it kind of looks like that. And this is for my mom. It's for Mother's Day because, you know, it's coming up the 12th of May. And I just think it's really cute. I like the colors a lot. It's very bright, I think. And then this one's kind of dark. These kind of all remind me of the same thing because they have like that 1 or 2 stripes of just like etching, which I think is really nice, and the colors. This is also one of my favorites, which I like a lot. And it just looks like graffiti, which I actually did coloring. I wrote a boom, but you can't really see. It's like a B-O-O-N. And then I just do more scratches, which I think it definitely looks like graffiti in a way, but the scratches I think work well here, and I really like this color palette for that one. This one I was kind of playing around and doing like tic-tac-toe with, and this is, again, the next ones are 11 by 15, and these are just scratchy black ones. And then this, which could go either way. I think it depends on if, like, whoever has the print, how they want it to be represented. Like, some of them I'm very specific on the way that I like them to like them to be shown, but other ones I feel like whoever has it can just show it and display it the way they want. This one I actually don't like a lot. I do like this border that I created, but I definitely will be printing over it numerous times. And then this one is kind of cool looking. I kind of want to do this thing. It kind of looks like Christmas here, like trees with hollies or like little berries on them. But yeah, I think I'm the only one that sees that at first because that's kind of how I wanted to plan it. So those are my prints. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to be really into selling them. I kind of want to, but I just don't know when to price it. If anybody knows anybody about pricing prints or artwork in general, yeah, just tell me. It would be really interesting to talk about that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and it was more like informative and also kind of like showing you some of the stuff I do besides just these kind of videos. So I will talk to you guys later and hope you have a great day. Bye.